Whether you're commuting, chilling at home, or just taking a break, we've got you covered with the hottest news, fascinating guests, and the occasional surprise. Buckle up and get ready to get caught up with us.
Hello, and welcome to Game 4, the final game of the quarterfinals of the Get Caught Up podcast and our book championship game, the Battle of the Books. Okay, so in order for us to get there, y'all know what you got to do. But before we get to that, yes, y'all know, I am your host, Untamed. And of course, I am joined by
Crystal from Books and Soul. Yes, I'm her lovely competitor this time.
yes,
Duking it out for these books.
we tussled a little bit, and I finally got the point together.
Mm-hmm.
I got the point together on the last day. Yay! Yay me. But it is okay because here are our final two books of the quarterfinals. What you got to do, you have to vote. You got 1 day, and there are no what, Crystal?
No ties.
No ties at all. So
unless you want to be tied up and dropped off somewhere. So no, I'm just playing.
I keep telling y'all, we gotta somehow convert her from a fighter to a lover.
Ooh, yeah.
Crystal over here. When I say she be tussling for real,
I definitely do. I was about to tussle yesterday on my way home, but I ain't gonna tell that story.
Oh my gosh! So listen, well today we gonna talk about some love. Maybe
yes, we are. I love, but sometimes my love might hurt.
She in the love tap.
It might be sometimes that Ike and Tina.
Oh Lord, no.
I'm just playing.
We don't want to eat the cake out of me. We don't want to eat it.
Oh my gosh.
Lord, Crystal gonna have us rolling down the river.
For real. I would.
Oh my gosh.
See, when I was in Atlanta, I was feeling all the love. I didn't came back to the DMV. You got to be a little tough up here, so that little love stuff.
That might be the problem. We might need to get you down to these good old southern streets.
I might have to, because up here, I'll be ready to knock a head off in a minute.
Oh my goodness, we gotta get you back to these southern streets. Well, today, you guys, we are going to be discussing two books by two phenomenal authors in our final quarterfinals matchup. Okay, so I am going to be discussing Temper Me by the Alexandria House.
Miss House better put some respect on her name. Not respect, put some respect on her name.
And Crystal,
what is your going to be talking about? None other than Miss Rae Lyse, The Endgame, Book 2 in the Sun series. Oh, this book was so beautiful.
Exactly. I am going to shoot up these book covers so you guys can get the full picture, so you can see exactly what we're talking about. And this
Yes.
Temper Me by
Yeah,
Alexandria House.
it was so beautiful. Yes.
Yes. And this is The End Game by Miss Rae
Josiah.
Lyse.
Yes. Miss House had us out here falling in love with a one-eyed nigga.
Listen, on some real stuff. So this is what we're gonna do. Now that you said it, look, we always say what it is. Y'all know we've been giving y'all the top 5 reasons, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently today. We're gonna read y'all the synopsis, and we just gonna read y'all what our thoughts was on these books, because we like, what better way to convince y'all than what we actually had to say?
What we actually had to say.
Was based on our takeaways, from the book.
Right.
But a review, let's see what you say about the review. See if the review win you over. So
There we go.
So what we're going to do after we read the synopsis, we'll read our actual review, and then it's up to you guys. It will be up to you to move one of these books forward. So you gotta vote, and you vote by commenting in the video. You can say "temper me" or you can say "the end game." That's all you gotta put in there. Comment in the video, comment on Instagram, Facebook, comment. You can DM us, you can email us, however you want to do, but you ain't got but one day. You got but one day. One. Okay. So get it done, y'all.
Uno.
Uno. Not dos, not tres, not cuatro. Uno.
Uno.
Uno de enero. Even though
Uno
that was
dia.
look,
Uno dia.
look, even though that was one money.
I know. Dia. You have El Dia one day.
Look,
The day.
in my head, I'm singing that song. Uno de enero, dos de febrero. So uno dia, okay? Uno dia.
Uno dia.
So that is what you got. You got one day. And so make sure you make your vote count. Make sure you make your voice known. And whoever you pick, no ties. Whoever you pick moves on to face the opponent. So
yes.
Let us know. Gotta let us know. And then we will have our semifinals. And from our semifinals, those that move on, the last two will be in the battle of the books. Okay? So we can't wait to see who the last two stand in.
Right. We want to see the tussling.
The tussle. Mm-mm. So, all right, y'all. Well, I guess I'm gonna kick it out, Crystal. I'm gonna read the synopsis. Then I'm gonna read the review.
Okay.
All right. This is Temper Me by Alexandria House. The synopsis. You'll never forget this emotional, steamy, funny new romance by rising star Alexandria House. Available in audio first. Brooklyn Dembele is still piecing her life together after her divorce and the loss of a lifestyle she dreamed of since childhood. The single mother's time is filled with work at the prestigious, historically black university, Romy U. But despite her focus on rebuilding her life, she can't seem to forget the mistakes of her past. Van London is recovering from a health scare that not only affected him physically, but mentally too. He's not the same man who spent his life traveling the world, and now he's returned to his alma mater to seek comfort and family. What he doesn't expect is to be drawn back into a past love affair with his sister's beautiful friend. Brooklyn is the one woman he's never been able to forget, and she's been harboring complicated feelings for him too. Their attraction is undeniable, but can these two broken souls embrace their second chance and finally find lasting love?
Ooh.
Yes, that is the synopsis. And I'm going to reiterate, we actually interviewed Alexandria House on the show about Temper Me. Okay. And
Can I say something? Can I say something? Her mama's a bitch. Okay, I'm
You so
done.
silly.
Her
Her mama
mama's a
is.
bitch.
Yeah, look, and let's clarify. Not Alexandria House's mama.
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about Brooklyn in this book. Temper Me Mama is a bitch. If you read it, you know she's a bitch.
She's a bit. So I
She a
will say
conniving
this.
old sneaky bitch.
Oh my goodness. And I'll say this. One of the things I love from her interview, and Crystal touched on it. She said, I made y'all fall in love with a one-eyed
One
man.
eyed nigga. Mm-hmm. She did. She did.
And did. So,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is actually my review of Alexandria House's book, Temper Me. Okay. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, 5 out of 5 stars. Okay. So definitely a dope ass book. Okay. But what? It's Alexandria House. Come on. Like dopeness just it just oozes off of her, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
else would it be besides a dope ass book? But here's my review. Temper Me is book 3 of the Romeo U series by A House. And just like books 1 and 2, it did not disappoint. Van King London is the big brother to Charlotte London Higgs. Charlotte is the best friend to Brooklyn Sky Dimbalay. In this book, Brooklyn is trying to piece her life back together after her divorce from the wealthy Isaac Dimbalay. She's nearly broke and had to change lifestyles while raising her daughter Bailey. 12 years later, after a life altering experience, Van returns home for solace and to rebuild his life. Only home is where Brooklyn resides, the one who got away. Alexandria House's ability to tackle sensitive modern day topics and make them comfortable is genius. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Book is filled with plenty of laughs from the new and returning cast of characters, unexpected and mind blowing twists, the highest levels of all the audacity, and of course, hot and steamy sex, which Jacoby DM brings wholly to life. But
Yes.
you wouldn't expect anything less from the one Mrs. Alexandria House. That was my review of Temper Me. And baby, that's why I had to wear the t-shirt repping Jacoby. Because
Yeah.
when it comes to some good hot spice, this man right here on this lady books right here, nothing
He
like it.
give it.
It don't compare. You can't
Yep.
compete when you don't compare.
Don't compare.
You
Yep.
can't compete when you don't compare. He is top D fuck tier. Okay, so
Right.
I had to rep Jacoby today, who is also one of our featured guests. Actually, still to this day, one of the most, not one of the most listened to episode in the history of the Get Caught Up podcast. If that's any inclination to you, of
Yes. How much
of
of a goat
how
he is.
how good he is. So absolutely love this book. This was actually my favorite book out of all 3 books in this entire series.
It
And
just got better and better.
it just got each book got better and
Got
better.
better.
And
Yes.
I absolutely love the story between them two, their past and their present. So if you love a good second chance romance, if you love unusual storylines and complicated issues that
And a
just like I
past we didn't
said,
even know about. Had no
exactly.
clue.
And you just love the way that she can bring some tough topics and tough situations and make it comfortable and enjoyable and make you still see the love in spite of the circumstances. This is the book you need to vote for.
Yes. Definitely.
So awesome. Well, Crystal, the floor is yours.
All right. So I'm going to read the synopsis of The End Game by Rae Lyse, Book 2 in the Sun series first, and then I'll read you my review. Josiah Joseph is troubled.
Mm,
At least that's what everyone says about him. Jade Taylor can't help but to agree with their sentiments. He's a hot-headed football player. He's a damn good hot-headed football player, okay? But he's a hot-headed football player and one of the most lackluster students. She's a young mother and a laser-focused teacher's assistant, counting the days until graduation. After the two cross paths at a wild party, Jade makes a discovery about the volatile quarterback that sends her on a quest to understand who Josiah Joseph is and why he's suddenly become enamored with her. All right, so here is my review. I said, wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Josiah was a football phenomenon, but he had demons he was facing as well. Jade was a single parent who just wanted to graduate college. Seeing Jade in class and around campus, Josiah wanted to get to know her. After helping Jade out with an incident and wanting her to tutor him, Josiah and Jade became friends, but with benefits. Josiah and Jade spent time together and his feelings grew more. But when he found out that she had a child, Jade thought he would not want to be around her anymore, but she was wrong. I loved this book so much. Josiah with Jade, Josiah with Journey, just Josiah in general. He was a lot at times, and I wanted him to just get it together. But the more I read, I understood why he was how he was. For Josiah to be young, he was responsible for a lot of things, and I felt the pressure was too much. But he handled it. The way the romance between Josiah and Jade went was beautiful, and I couldn't get enough. Josiah with Journey touched my heart in so many ways, and seeing him with her was inspiring. Now, who I wasn't a fan of is Terry. Terry is his mama. Ugh. But I don't have enough time or space to talk about her. This book was everything I needed and more. Rae Lyse is out here writing these books, and I'm so excited for her, and I can't wait to see what's next. And you guys have seen more what's next because she did 3, 4, and 5, right? Like of this Sun series. Now, I
And
was not
how
ready. We
both
was
of them have some horrible ass mamas though.
yes, right? And I'm gonna sit here. She was a horrible mother because I feel like she wasn't a mother. Like his cousin Dominic, which we met in the first book in the Sunflower series, which was Saving Sunflower, was there for him more than she was. Like she was there, but he was like of no point. She was more so worried about keeping a roof over their hair, their head, keeping food in their mouths, keeping the lights on, and I understand that. But and women have to go through that, and I definitely understand that. But he also what like that was his only parent, and like I said, he had his older cousin. But
Mm-hmm.
this book right here, like it ended up becoming my favorite. Like I loved Saving Sunflower because he was a lot too. But Josiah, we got to see him a little bit at Saving Sunflower, and we got to see, okay, like he's trouble. Like he needs some help. But then when we got to see like more into him, I understood why. I understood why he was like that. I understood why he did the things he was doing. But that man had a gift. He had hands.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, he was a lackluster student. So why not use a beautiful girl that I've been trying to get at to show me to be a better than a lackluster student? It was just so cute seeing their relationship together. But like I said, I loved seeing him with her daughter. And the reason why to me that was just so beautiful because in Saving Sunflower, his cousin had a baby with the girl that he was talking to, and he was that way with his little cousin. Like he was Uncle Jojo, and that little
Mm-hmm.
baby loved him. So to see him now having somebody, even though that's not his baby, but he treated her like he was, like that was his child. It was so cute to see. And
Um,
so he made time for Jade. He made time for Journey. He made time for football. That and Journey and Jade helped him enough that he went pro. Like
mm-hmm.
he went big. And he wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
been able to do that with terrible grades unless he would have ended up in school. So it's just the good thing about it. Now, what I am going to say too, even though he was a lackluster student and he was a butthole, that nigga was smart. Because there was a scene in there, and I can't remember exactly which class it was, but like it was one of his classes, and he was kind of going back and forth with the professor. And then the professor thought about it and was like, oh, okay, yeah. So he knew his stuff, and I love that. So all I'm gonna say is the end game. Just go ahead and push us through. Push us through.
He said, push us through, push us through.
Yeah, push us
Well,
through. Because it's the end game. End game. End of the game. That's it.
so that's the end of the game. Well, temper me.
Oh,
Temper
yes.
me. It deserves to go through. I tell you, there is nothing like Van London and
That
the
is
whole
true.
having Charlotte, just coming to grips with her life and coming to terms with her crazy ass mama.
If you want to talk about somebody who has capital audacity, it's her mama.
It's her mama, and that's why I said it in that review. Like the highest levels of audacity.
What was her nickname? What we called her? She was really grandmom.
Oh,
Grand stepmom.
Grand stepmom. Yeah. Yeah, grand stepmom. When I say the highest levels of audacity,
Mm-hmm.
child,
Go ahead and spoil it for the people who didn't read it. Yes, I did say that. Let me just go ahead and spoil it for the people who didn't read it. And I ain't gonna spoil all of it, but I'm gonna just spoil this piece. When we say she got the audacity, you did hear that this woman divorced her husband. But for your mama, for the lady who birthed you and raised you and loved you, to marry that said man that you divorced,
girl,
and then have the nerve to part your lips that you didn't ask me to have a baby for you on your little dirty ass. My ex told me your husband.
Girl,
now your daddy. What the daddy is now the daddy. Look,
hold on. While she's talking, I want y'all to understand. She is talking about Temple Me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm talking about Temper Me. We didn't do this in the end game. The end game, they had more sense. But in Temper Me, no, she didn't have sense. Because then the daddy went from being the daddy to the granddaddy daddy for real. And then the grandma went from being the grandmom to the stepmom. Like, what was supposed to do with that? Are we black?
Some books just sell themselves. Thank you.
No, I said that so y'all won't vote for it. Don't put it through because
you not only gonna put it through off of that, you gonna go and listen to it if you hadn't listened to it before. Because you got to know.
Go listen to it again because I want to go fast forward to that part. See, this is why you should bookmark your stuff because then you can just go back and play your favorite parts. So now I have to go ahead and listen to it again and get to that part because there ain't no guy. See, that's why she need to be tied up and dropped off somewhere.
See now, and for this one, I will give you permission to roll on down the road. Roll her on down the road.
I ain't gonna roll her. I'm gonna drag her. By the time she gets to the end, she gonna have road burns.
She gonna have river rock burns.
Yeah, pretty much. Her and that sorry husband, granddaddy.
Granddaddy
daddy. Yep, and grandma stepmom.
Grandma stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it was awful. It was awful, but
and
I said some unbelievable twists. It's the highest levels of audacity.
Mm-hmm. That was the highest level.
Ushered it on in.
Terrible. Just
terrible. It was terrible. But listen, again, it's up to y'all. Vote for Temper Me and the Messiness and the Love.
Or vote for
Hopefulness in game.
Because he came through on the come up.
So, like I said again, in the comments, in the DMs, however you choose to do it, Temper Me, in game, but you can't choose both. You can only choose one. And you got
no ties.
One day only. You got one day only. So Get it in for the one day, for the one time, and then we will see you guys in the semifinals.
Okay,
See
I'm
you
loving
in
it.
the
This has
semifinals.
been so much fun. We had some great books.
We sure did. We had some
And
awesome.
y'all, if y'all haven't read any of them, go get them. They are worth it. I promise you, every book we talked about is worth it. Even with the granddaddy daddy and the stepmom
And
mom.
the stepmama, grandmama.
Stepmama, grandmama. Yes. Yes.
Even with all of that. But yes, so make sure that you do vote. Make sure that you come back for the semifinals. And all of this is leading up to the big game, the big book championship game, the battle of the books. So we cannot
Yes.
wait to see which two get down to the finals. But y'all gotta vote. Y'all gotta vote to get them there. So vote for which one you think should move on. And we will see y'all at the semis.
Yay!
Yes. And until next time, you guys, do not forget to get caught up.
Thanks for getting caught up with the Get Caught Up podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe on Spotify, iTunes, or iHeartRadio and leave us a review. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Get Caught Up Podcast and let us know what you think about the show. See you in the next episode.